Syed Mobnu, whose full name is Syed Mobnu, is a researcher, scholar, poet, translator, lyricist, social analyst, and storyteller in the Bengali language. He has published about 60 books in Bengali. He has manuscripts on numerous subjects. We have translated his Bengali research and thoughtful articles into English and presented them to you, so that even those who do not know Bengali can benefit from the writings of this researcher. Thank you all. Promoted by Alhaj Syed Ataur Rahman Foundation. Of Individual, Family, Society, and State. By Syed Mobnu. Human beings are born with a natural desire for happiness, peace, and progress. Some seek prosperity, some security, some dignity, and others love. But when we look deeper into life, we realize that happiness is not found only in wealth, peace is not merely silence, and development is not measured only by buildings and roads. The true foundation of happiness, peace, and development lies in a healthy individual, a well-ordered family, a responsible society, and a just state. The state is built upon society, society is built upon families, and families are built upon individuals. Therefore, the first lesson of human welfare begins with the individual. And the first school of life is the family. What is an individual, and why is the individual important? An individual is a distinct human being with personal thoughts, emotions, conscience, identity, desires, responsibilities, and rights. Though the smallest unit of society, the individual is the foundation of all larger structures. If a person possesses honesty, light enters the family. If a person possesses responsibility, discipline emerges in society. If a person possesses morality, justice can be established in the state. On the other hand, if an individual collapses morally, becomes irresponsible, or loses character, the consequences spread from the family to the state. Thus, an individual is not merely one person. The individual is the architect of future society. Why is the development of individuality necessary? Every human being possesses 1. Thought 2. Feelings 3. Conscience 4. Dreams 5. Talent 6. Dignity 7. Rights. These qualities should not be suppressed but guided and developed properly. In a family where children are never heard, self-confidence is destroyed. In a family where unlimited freedom is given without teaching responsibility, disorder grows. Therefore, the balance between personal freedom and family discipline is the principle of a healthy life. What is a family? A family is not merely a group of people living together. It is a living institution of love, responsibility, sacrifice, cooperation, education, discipline, and security. A person learns to speak first in the family, receives love first in the family, learns morality first in the family, and learns responsibility first in the family. For this reason, the family may be called the first state of human life. What is family management? Family management is the process of maintaining a peaceful, organized, responsible, and successful household through planning, distribution of duties, financial control, time management, mutual respect, and sound decision-making. Simply put, it is the art of running a household wisely. Why is family management necessary? 1. For discipline. Where there are no rules, unrest grows. 2. For financial stability. Income without planning leads to crisis. 3. For preserving relationships. A family is not only living together, but living with unity. 4. For raising children. The family is the first and primary school of character. 5. For facing crises, illness, unemployment, accidents, and hardship are easier to handle in an organized family. 6. For mental peace, in an orderly family, fear is less, security is greater, and anxiety is reduced. How can individuality and family be harmonized? 1. Harmony of thought through discussion. 2. Harmony of emotions through empathy. 3. Harmony of conscience through moral teaching. 4. Harmony of identity by encouraging personal talent while preserving family roots. 5. Harmony of desires by distinguishing needs from luxury. 6. Harmony of responsibilities through fair division of duties. 7. Harmony of rights through respect, education, dignity, and voice for all members. Why do families break apart? Families often suffer due to 1. Less communication, more anger. 2. Poor management despite sufficient income. 3. More comparison, less respect. 4. Technology without relationships. 5. Decline of moral and spiritual values. 6. Unequal responsibilities. Lack of forgiveness and excess pride. What brings happiness to a family? 1. Spending according to income. 2. Monthly budgeting. 3. Family meetings. 4. Eating and talking together. 5. Sharing responsibilities. 6. Emergency savings. 7. Moral education of children. 8. Respect for elders. 9. Affection for the young. 10. Moral and spiritual practice. Remember, it is not the individual versus the family. Rather, the individual plus the family creates strength. A developed individual strengthens the family, and a strong family protects the individual. What is society? Society is an organized system of human relationships, cooperation, values, rules, and collective living. Human beings are not meant to live alone. Society is the greater network formed through shared life, work, ideas, and culture. Simply put, society is the structure of collective life built through individuals and families. Why is society necessary? For security, for cooperation, for education and culture, for development and civilization, for justice and order. The foundation of society. Society rests upon 3 pillars. 1. The individual. 2. The family. 3. Relationships and institutions. Relationship among individual, family, and society. The individual is the first unit of society. The family is the first organization of the individual. Society is the expanded form of families. Thus, individual right-pointing arrow family, right-pointing arrow society, right-pointing arrow state. If any level weakens, the whole structure becomes weak. Conflict between individual identity and society. Tension often arises between the individual and society. Some of the main reasons are 1. Freedom versus control. Individuals want to act according to their own will, while society imposes rules and regulations. 2. Differences in thought. An individual's ideas do not always align with the prevailing beliefs of society. 3. Differences in values. An individual may embrace new values, whereas society tends to hold on to traditional norms. 4. Change versus stability. Individuals often seek change, while society frequently prefers stability. Conflict between family and society. Conflicts can also arise between family and society due to several reasons. 1. Families want to shape their children according to their own ideals, while society expects conformity to general norms. 2. There is often a gap between family values and social realities. 3. Economic or cultural pressures can create tension. Harmonizing the individual, family, and society. Conflicts among the individual, family, and society are natural, but harmony among them is the foundation of civilization. To achieve this, 1. Individual freedom with social responsibility. Individuals should develop their thoughts, dreams, and potential, but not at the expense of society. 2. Family values with social norms. Families should build morality and character, while society provides a broader space to apply them. 3. Change with stability. Individuals and society should maintain a balance, neither excessive change nor blind rigidity. 4. Mutual respect. Society should not suppress individuals, and individuals should not reject society. Key reflections. A society that suppresses individuals destroys creativity. Conversely, a society that grants freedom without responsibility leads to disorder. Similarly, a family detached from society becomes weak. And a family that pursues only its own interests without social connection also faces challenges. In essence, society is a collective system of human life. Without it, human beings cannot be civilized. However, the strength of society depends on the strength of individuals and the health of families. The truth is, there is no society without individuals, no individual without family, and no civilization can endure without harmony. A healthy individual builds a healthy family builds a healthy society, and a healthy society leads to a stable, developed, and prosperous security. Coordination between the state and the individual. The relationship between the state and the individual is highly important. Key aspects of coordination include 1. Rights and security. The state provides individuals with rights such as life, property, education, and freedom of expression. 2. Duties and obedience to law. Individuals must obey the laws of the state. 3. Development and opportunities. The state creates opportunities for employment, education, and overall development. Where do conflicts arise? 1. Excessive control versus individual freedom. 2. State laws versus personal desires. 3. Dissatisfaction with rules and obligations. Coordination between the state and the family. 1. The state provides social security to families. 2. It strengthens families through education, healthcare, and policies. 3. Families produce future citizens of the state. Conflicts between the state and the family. 1. Economic pressure, taxes, expenses, policy changes. 2. Differences between social policies and family values. 3. Disagreements over education and culture. Coordination between the state and society. 1. The state establishes law and order in society. 2. Society cooperates with the state in implementing development. 3. Social institutions strengthen the state structure. Conflicts between the state and society. 1. Social customs versus state laws. 2. Culture versus modern policies. 3. Power imbalance and administrative corruption. 4. Fundamental conflict between the state and individual identity. 5. The most important conflict, individual versus state. Individuals seek freedom, while the state seeks order. Without balance, problems arise, e.g., freedom of expression versus state control. 6. Personal beliefs versus state policies. 7. Freedom of lifestyle versus legal boundaries. Foundations of coordination with the state. To ensure harmony among the state, individual, family, and society, some fundamental principles are needed. 1. Justice, equal application of law for all. 2. Balance. Neither excessive freedom nor excessive oppression. 3. Responsibility. All, individuals, families, and society, must be responsible. 4. Morality. Without moral values, the state cannot endure. 5. Participation. A state cannot be strong without citizen participation. Why do conflicts occur among individual, family, society, and state? Conflicts mainly arise due to 3 reasons. 1. Conflict of interests. 2. Imbalance of power. 3. Differences in values and thinking. Conclusion. In essence, the state is the highest form of social organization. But it is not opposed to the individual. It is established to protect the individual. Without individuals, the state is meaningless. Without families, it is rootless. Without society, it is weak. Therefore, an ideal state is one where individual freedom, family stability, social order, state justice, all are harmoniously balanced. In short, healthy individual right pointing arrow, healthy family right pointing arrow, healthy society right pointing arrow, just state right pointing arrow, advanced civilization.